Boom! What's up, guys? Long time no see. So I've been busy doing other things, but I haven't let the fish tank totally slack. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about what's going on, talk about my plans, and see if anything's any better. Stay tuned. But first, my squirrel buddy's doing good, man. Very active, friendly, climby. He's doing good. But this is why you guys have came. So let me show you kind of what's going on here. Clean the glass. This is the worst part right here. I don't know if it's because of the flow. I turned down the flow like a ton, but it's definitely doing something on that particular one. It's a green digi, just a basic one, so no big deal. I got my pink Cadillac, which is doing good here. The stupid bubblegum digi, where's my finger? There it is. It's also not doing great. It never really was up here, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Got some green on the ground, probably because I turned the flow down a little bit, but overall not horrible. So I'll show you some of the coral here. Chalice is doing excellent. Got a little bit of, I think, flow problems with the Jason Fox jack-o'-lantern. I got, this is like a quiz here for me, like what all I got here. This is WD. This is goldenrod, also not looking great. Lord, I don't remember some of these things. I'm not sure about that. One of them's After Party, WC After Party. Another one's Aquarium Redwood, and this is Home Wrecker right there, a little nub. And then this is something as well. I have everything written down, I just don't have it in front of me. The Montes here are not looking great. One I think was Tropic Thunder, and one is Mystic. Gonapora looking fine. Mushrooms looking fine. Hammers looking fine. Torch looking fine. Where am I going? A-can back there looking okay. It's fine. WWC OG still looking good. It's split. So actually it's still kind of ticked off. I think there's 3 now. Got the little emerald crab guy right there chilling. Got my little Zoa fingers doing good. Got some growth. You can see the growth right there on the Gatorades. Anemone keeps moving, but it's doing good. Got more frags here. I brought some up from downstairs. I had some hair algae just to let the tangs hopefully eat a little bit. Blasto's looking good. Everything looking okay. That is normally looking good. It's kind of shrunk down right now. The fish must have hit it. It actually crashed down into my Duncans here, so they are still ticked off after about 4 or 5 days, but it doesn't look like they're gonna die, I don't think. And then one more A-can. So that is the extent of the coral up here. Screen turned black again, there it goes. Not doing horrible, so let's go downstairs. So today's date is, just to be consistent here, February 3rd. It's a Saturday. It's either the 3rd or the 4th. Whatever Saturday is. Some more green going on here. So again, I'm always gonna be honest with you guys, show you guys the good, bad, ugly. And so I'm actually gonna go over what I'm doing, but I'm just showing you guys the coral for now here, some lepto. Everything isn't looking, like horrible and everything. The worst stuff down here is probably the candy canes, just have never really looked that great. The flesh just kind of came off a little bit. Candy cane, you can see that one moving right there. It might be too much flow behind it. Not 100% sure, but SPS still, looking fine, kind of brownish. Zoas and everything, a lot of hair algae in here. Added a emerald crab down here somewhere and some regular blue leg crabs. Got some Zoa colonies, some shrooms. Again, the lighting right here, it's more daylight now, so it's not gonna look like super awesome and everything, right? But got some probably RT in there, because I don't even think that was like that last night on that one right there, which I can't remember what that was either. I have to look that up. But Duncans are looking good. The bubblegum is looking better down here. Actinia, Space Invader looking pretty good. And then that's the Jawbreaker, which is like massive, like awesome Jawbreaker right there, pretty sweet. And got some Godzilla shrooms and some other things right there. But this is kind of what it's looking like in that frag tank right there. And then nothing really in this frag tank on this side. It's all connected water and everything, just preparation once I get a light up there. I'm thinking about moving, I think it's Atlantic V4 over, so it covers both of these. I haven't 100% decided on that yet, because it is a really expensive light, so I could just sell it. But because right now I just have the one frag tank light. So I got a par meter coming that I'm supposed to be able to use on Tuesday, so I'm excited about that, so I can get firm scientific numbers to rule anything out with that. But I'm still trying to go about and debate what all my issues are. I don't know about you guys, I got a lot of issues. So from prior videos, you know, which you should have seen and everything, kind of walked you through everything. So these are some new things that I've been doing in the last, you know, day or even up to a couple weeks here. I got a bag of carbon in here now. I just put that in there yesterday. Bag of activated carbon, changed the filter socks and everything. Got the skimmer open a little bit just because I was worried about I got the new bigger filter socks right there, so I'm just making sure it didn't do anything weird to it and like overflow the skimmer or anything. So I'll put that back normal again. But activated carbon is a big thing, and then I also am going to start vodka dosing or vinegar dosing. So also got some water being made up here. That's not a tent in my basement, by the way, it's for my mountain bikes. But got some water mixing up, of course, to potentially do another water change. However, the water change really haven't done anything. No matter what people say, like changing the water and everything is supposed to decrease it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe you guys can help me, but I've done like at least 70% water changes like multiple times, and it doesn't really drop anything. Nitrates, I think, are still my main kind of issue. Some of the coral looks great, but the only thing that I can think about, temperature is all consistent, etc., is the nitrates, right? So I can go over all my levels if you guys have any questions about that. So I used to do vodka and vinegar dosing years and years ago. I've been doing this like off and on 13 years, right? And so I'm going to show you my little sheet and kind of my plans on that. And then I'm getting an order of coral from Battle Corals, which I'm excited about, on Wednesday, shipping Tuesday for Wednesday delivery. So I hope I'm not making a mistake like doing this before I get that, you know, but I'm trying to not do it like as soon as I get it because I don't want to throw those in a tizzy. But I just really feel like if I can get this nitrate under control, I can like rule that out and make sure it's nothing else. I did find in the prior video like a metal rod from insulation holding up in my RODI tank, so I got that cleaned up. So I think maybe one more water change just to get any of that stuff out before, you know, now I have the clean RODI for sure coming in. That might help, so I still might do a water change by Tuesday just for the heck of it. But I think I'm also going to do this vinegar dosing again. All right, so this is my plan for vinegar dosing. So my total gallonage is around 330. That seems to work for me, you know, when I'm doing bulk reef supplies, you know, calculator and things like that. So that's my plan to kind of do that. And then I read several people say you don't have to start quite as low as it said on this sheet. So the consensus is between 10 and 15 milliliters per 100 gallons. So I'm going to start today, I think, just see what happens, and I'm going to divide it up into kind of a morning/afternoon thing, just again so it's not all hit at once, and trying to do it at night because it does affect the pH a little bit. So this is my plan, and weeks on the side here and everything to try to keep track of it and see how that goes, and I will keep you guys posted on the water change, but still in process, still not giving up, and still ticking me off. So let me know any suggestions if you guys have them. I would appreciate it. Another update, guys, and a coupon for Zaxby's. Those funnel cakes look pretty good. So I've been working on some par numbers here. A lot of par numbers. So what I found was a ton of my numbers were way down, including here on the Noob Psych here. So just to give you an example, the settings that I had it on, because I was being extra careful because I heard horror stories about him, you know, burning corals and being too crazy. Like one example here is it was 135. As I adjusted my settings and everything like that, I'm up to 230, and it's still not even all the way. I think I'm at 90% with some of the things. So this one went from 50 to 100. So I think a lot of the coral was not getting enough par when I thought it was maybe getting too much par, especially downstairs. So down here I had just a black box LED, years and years old, which I thought was doing good. And again, I had it up relatively high, not quite as high. I just put the new Atlanta V4 that my kid had on his tank he's not doing anything with, so I figured I might as well upgrade, right? So for an example, like some of these sections were like 10, you know, like in the corner and stuff like that, which is another reason probably why stuff was just like dying. So like, let's see this number, and I have different settings, of course, right? So I have it on the acclimation mode now, of course, you know, kind of low. And then I also did testings on the increased coral growth, which I assume is the highest, you know, kind of setting. And also tried a little bit of BRS's settings, which seem to work like pretty in the middle between those. So for an example here, black box LED was 50 with the correct acclimation settings. It's up to 100, and then with the increased coral growth, this particular section up very front leftish is 200. Another section here was let's see, 55 with the acclimation setting. It's up to 180, and with the increased coral growth, it's up to 350. And then I put in this other rack on the other side here, and with the increased coral growth, I don't have it, but it's like 6 something. So I definitely have enough lighting now 100% sure. So I was telling the wife last night how it's kind of like fun to diagnose these different things and figure out exactly what I'm doing wrong, because there's always something. But man, it's sometimes the things you just don't even think about. Like upstairs, I had like nice quality lights and noops are nice, but I was being a little bit too conservative, right? And it's like, man, just a little change. So hopefully this is gonna go good with doing all these numbers. Me and the wife wrote down everything. It's like a pretty a lot of work, but it's worth it to get that par meter. I'm telling you what, just so you can feel secure and check that off your list. I think that's about it for this video, but there's a little hint for the next video. You guys see that right there? Excuse the mess, right, kids, right? But got something in order here, came today, so we'll see an unboxing coming up next.